Good morning and welcome back to Coffee Talk, my friends. I am Coach Roxanne, and I am hopefully bringing you a motivating, inspiring message to get your day started off right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. It's hump day. We are halfway through the week. It's been a pretty darn good week. I mean, we've been thrown a couple of curveballs, but we get through them. We get through them, and I feel like we come out stronger on the other side. Maybe Chuck doesn't feel that same way, but that's how we're going to say it for now. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Holly. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look at the sun shining. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Could you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? Nikki, good morning. Susan, good morning. Amanda, good morning. I had to look those lyrics up. Now these are the things that make me sweat. Charmaine, good morning. Lisa, hey, I'm at the dentist. How are you listening to me? Do you have earbuds? I can't imagine me being so loud in the dentist office. Carrie, good morning. Happy hump day, my friends. Can you hear it? I feel like it's starting to, the pressure I was feeling in my ears, I feel like it's starting to break up. And now
That's just because you're trying to avoid me.
and now I'm, what? And now
bullshit.
It's bullshit?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't want to go to the doctor.
Well, no, I don't, but I do think it's getting better. I think it's breaking up, and now I'm choking on it. Terry, good morning. Karen, good morning. Nicole, good morning. Lisa, I have it on low. Hootsek, hi. Happy hump day. It's been a little bit of a crazy morning, so I don't have all of my milk. I don't have all my coffee drink, but I have to give kudos to Tammy. Now every time I make milk foam, I cold froth it and then I hot froth it, and it is freaking amazing. So I will never, ever go back. Julia, happy hump day. Susan, happy day, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Right back at you, my friend. Lori, happy hump day. Michelle, happy hump day. Carrie, good morning. Tammy, I was just talking about you and my milk foam. I'm never going back. Monica, good morning. Dee Dee, good morning. Good morning, my friends. Alyssa, hello, Alyssa. Where have you been? My friend? Shelly, Deterville. Just enjoy it. Embrace it. All right, my friends, we're going to get started because I could go on with the good mornings forever. I would love to, but I got to get rolling here. All right, on Monday, we talked about the secret to success and how there was no secret. Yesterday, we talked about what matters the most when it comes to successful, healthy living. And of course, the answer was consistency. Let's make like dough and roll. Let's go, dodo bird. So today, how do I make these new habits stick? So we're going to kind of talk about that. We get a little crazy when something new and exciting starts, and we want to change everything at once. We're going to talk about how to do this and how to make it sustainable. Good morning, Corey. So unfortunately, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, a small amount of discipline is needed initially. We just have to. You know, when we're teaching our children things, there's always some discipline that's required. Why would we think that we don't have to be disciplined? Of course we do. Good morning, Kim. If we don't have discipline, it's how we start off crazy with something and then we fall off the wagon because we haven't learned any discipline and we give in to anything and everything. So to create a new habit, it's going to require a little bit of effort. Now, the very first thing we have to do, we have to set our initial commitment. Now, I think you've probably heard all of that. It takes 21 days to create a habit. Now, I think they say it takes 42. Let's just set the initial commitment time. Some of you are doing the 21 tough, so maybe it's 21 days for you. I recommend 30 days. Just set a month. Just start a month. I don't care if you start on the 5th and go to the 5th or the 10th and go to the 10th. Start a month. Start with 30 days. If you can make it through this initial conditioning phase, it becomes way easier to sustain. So set the 30-day goal. When did you start? And maybe at the end of the 30 days is when you get a reward. Now, Again, we've talked about this before too. That reward doesn't necessarily have to be food. Maybe it could be a new pair of shoes. Maybe it could be a day at the spa. But maybe you set a reward for the 30 days and getting through that time. Now, how do you know if you got through the 30 days? I'm all about a plan. I love to see things on paper. Maybe you make yourself a little graph that has your 4 S's on it, and every day you get the check mark. Whatever it is that you are trying to do for the 30 days, all right? Have something that you can look at so you know how far you've come. Make it daily. I see a lot of people who they'll start at 21 Tough, and on Friday they're like, I'm going to take today off. Unless you have a really good reason for taking a day off in the beginning of your journey, I say don't do it. Discipline equals freedom, Chuck. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Right now, I probably have a little bit more freedom than you do if you're just starting your journey, only because I have 20 years of experience. I know how my body's going to react. I know if I go off the rails, what I need to do to get back on, although I don't really go off the rails a lot. So make it daily. Consistency is your weapon. Consistency is your weapon. If you just started 21 Tough, commit to 18 workouts. We have 18 workouts that are brand new to you every day during the challenge. If you've committed to the smoothie, commit to 7 days a week for 21 days of the smoothie. Don't be like, today I took off of my smoothie game. Why are we doing that? The second we let that happen, we give ourselves reasons why we can do it the next week and the following week. Make it every day. Make it every day. Your sweat game, like I said, commit to those workouts. If you're only committing to 2 or 3 to start, it's really easy to fall off the wagon. It's not really a habit if it's only 2 or 3 days. And the whole goal is to try and create a habit. Chuck, the law of the harvest. We reap what we sow. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Set your water alarm every day. Set your water alarm every day. Maybe you have a 8-ounce glass of water next to the coffee machine. So before you pour your coffee, you drink your water. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as we go on here too. But this is how we're going to create the habit. We have to make it daily. We have to make it daily. If it's only once or twice, even 3 times, the chances of us doing that repeatedly forever becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's easier to stop. Start simple. I want you to start simple. If you are starting 21 Tough, don't go from 3,000 steps to now I have to get 10,000 steps. I haven't worked out at all, so I'm going to start doing doubles, which we see a lot of, or people doing our workouts and then doing something crazy on top of it. Go for a nice walk if you feel like you want to do something more, but don't beat your body and don't do things that aren't going to last. Maybe it's getting up 5 minutes earlier every day. Start simple. Start simple. Don't overwhelm yourself or overcomplicate it, because that is one of our biggest self-sabotage tools. We love to just flip our world on its head so that in a week when we can no longer sustain it, we have a reason why it didn't work. We love to do that to ourselves. Why? I have no idea. I feel like that's been happening for centuries now. So we want to take it simple. We live in a fast-paced world. We have children who are in sports. We ourselves are committed to so many things. There's always something to do. So when you want to start creating these new healthy habits, start very simple. Start simple, and each week or each month of your 30 days, reevaluate and decide, could I add 1,000 more steps? Is that really feasible for me right now? Could I add 4 ounces more water? Could I add something more? Could I add a little bit more spinach to my smoothie? How do I get more water in? Start simple. Coach Chuck, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. Yes, get a victory under your belt. Simple things done successfully well. Ooh, and he put a video in there. You're going to want to go in there and watch it. All right, we're going to talk about triggers. I want you to form a trigger. Debbie, good morning. That's right. I want you to form a trigger. We have triggers that lead us into our bad habits. Let's create triggers that lead us into our healthy habits. Like what here? When you smell your coffee, when you're coming down the stairs, you smell your coffee, use that as a trigger to drink your 8 ounces of water. Use it as a trigger to drink your ants out. Wake up. The first thing you want to think about, you want to have your cup out, you want to have your blender out. You're going to wake up and it's a trigger. Waking up is a trigger to have your smoothie. You want to have triggers for good habits, not just triggers for bad habits. When you are emotionally worn down, it's usually a trigger to either drink or to eat. When you start feeling that way, that can be a trigger to, I need to take a hot soak. I need to meditate. I need to read. I need to go for a walk. You still are going to have triggers, but what do you want your triggers to lead to? That I want you to think a lot about that over the next couple of days. What are your triggers and how can you turn them into something good and instead of into your bad habits? Now, the bad habits we have, I don't want you to completely cold turkey get rid of them. I want you to find something to replace them. When Chuck and I decided back in August or back in September that we were going to give up alcohol, at first it was only for 30 days. We brought Zevia into the house so that we had something to replace it. So at the end of the day, when we would normally go through the motions of pouring the wine and drinking the wine, we were pouring the Zevia and drinking the Zevia, because you wouldn't believe how the habits, the body motions, the thoughts and things like that lead you into that. Just replace it with something else. Replace it with something else. If you're used to sitting on the couch and becoming a couch potato and you want to change that, the second you start to feel that winding down and you're going to go to the couch, go get a book and sit somewhere else. Go soak in the tub. Replace that habit with a better habit. Subtraction by addition. Yes, if all of a sudden you're just trying to take all these things out of your life, there's going to come a moment in the day where you're like, I'm bored. I'm bored. I used to do this or I used to do this. You have to find something else to put in place of that. A healthier option. Something that's not going to keep you from your goals, but that is leading into your goals. This is it. This is the very last one of the day for how do I create these new habits. Use the word but. And this is all about our mindset. What are the thoughts that go through your mind each day? I'm not good at this. I want you to think, I'm not good at this, but I'm working on being better at this. I'm not fast enough, but I'm working on being faster. I'm not strong enough, but I'm working on being stronger. I'm not a morning person, but I'm going to get up 5 minutes earlier tomorrow. I want you to think about that throughout the day. We talk about mindset all the time. We talk about how we don't really have control of the thoughts that come into our heads. How are we taking control of the thought, though? I want you to use that word but a lot today. Every time one of those thoughts come in, but I am. But I am. But I am. Every time that negative thought comes in, my friends, we can control this. We can learn how to be better at thinking these things. When your children come to you and say, Mom, I'm just not good at this, but you're trying. But you're taking the time to be better. But you're going to practice. But you're reading this book. It works for them just like it does for us. So we want to make sure that we're showing ourselves that kindness as well. All right, my friends, that's where I'm going to leave this today. Short and sweet, all about habits, all about consistency. Do you have a set goal for your habits? If not, it's time to have that goal. It's going to be 30 days from today. Do you have a map, a spreadsheet, something where you can track this so you really know what the data is so that you don't say at the end of 30 days, well, I think I got them all in, or you know what, I probably only did half. Get it down, have the facts so that you know where you're headed and where you're going. All right, my friends, join Coach Chuck at noon. I believe he's taking you back out into the studio. He's going to talk more about abs. He's going to show you new things today. You don't want to miss it. This Saturday, I believe we're going to have Coach Jackie with us, right, Chuck?
Yep.
Coach Jackie, this Saturday, live at 7:30 a.m. That event is going to go out today. Again, mark that in your calendars and we will see you then. But until then, my friends, have a fantastic day. And think about where do you need to be consistent and where is your map leading you. Have a fantastic day, my friends.